Hello and welcome back to Cars.co.za's YouTube channel. I'm David Taylor and today we're looking at the Mercedes-AMG GLE 53. Now, before we get into this review and see if it's the bang for buck performance SUV that I think it is, remember that Cars.co.za has 83,000 vehicles for sale. Right now there's over 3,500 Mercedes-Benz vehicles for sale. I think it's time for some music. Now, when it comes to performance SUVs, I'd always assume that something like the Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S would be all the vehicle you'd ever need. But I was checking on Cars.co.za's new car specs the other day, and I almost had a heart attack because those things are almost 4 million rand. How did we get to this point? But then Mercedes-Benz, probably by really good timing or good fortune, dropped off this, the GLE 53. Now, if I compare like for like quickly, GLE, thundering V8, 0 to 100, 3.9 seconds. This has got an inline-six, 0 to 100, 5 seconds. So I'm going, that's 1.5 million rand difference for 1 second faster to 100 and some lovely V8 noise. So this begs the question then, what is the GLE 53 like to drive? Now, before I get into powertrain specifics and what makes this GLE 53 pretty exciting, but hang on. Let's talk about what else you can buy if you have 2.5 million rand. By now, you will have probably seen Ciro de Siena's SQ7, the Audi, that review. And I'll be honest, I have a lot of love for that car. It is so good, makes a terrific noise. You could also consider something like the BMW X5 with the M60i engine, but it'd be rude of me if I didn't mention things like Porsche Cayenne, the GTS, also stupendously good car. And if you want something special and are prepared to take a risk or a chance, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio Verde. I hope the Italians will approve of how I pronounce that. That is a sensational car. So 2.5 million rand, you've got some nice, premium, fun, fast SUVs to choose from. Now, out of all of those rivals, most of them have an 8-cylinder V8 engine. This, however, does something a little bit different. It has a straight 6 engine. Now, I'm kind of thankful that it's not a 2-litre 4-cylinder because we know how much flack AMG got for putting that motor in the C63. And thankfully, this 3-litre 6-cylinder makes a great noise. So we're just going to put it into sport mode and let's give it some gas. Okay, Sean's camera's just gone flying, but that's okay. That makes a sensational noise. I do like the sound of that. Let's talk about that engine. 3-litre inline 6-cylinder, 320 kilowatts, 560 newton meters. Now, part of the facelift GLE range, AMG decided, you know what, let's put a slightly larger turbo in, let's tweak the software, and you get an extra 40 newton meters in comparison to the predecessor. All of that grunt goes to all 4 wheels via a 9-speed automatic gearbox. And when it comes to performance, this thing is a straight line bullet. Now, Mercedes-AMG says 0 to 100, 5 seconds. And I think we're going to test that. $68, 82, 99, 104. There we go. That felt really quick for something that is as big and as ungainly as a GLE. But what do the numbers say? Now, when I tested this vehicle, the car was clearly in a very good mood. 0 to 100, 4.82. And remember, claimed as 5. So this one is feeling sprightly and energetic. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this is also a 48-volt mild hybrid. But the cool thing about the GLE 53 hybrid system is you don't need to do anything. It does it all by itself. So I come off the throttle and I can see the little gauge going, charging up, and then as I start piling on the pressure, you see the little power gauge. So what this is doing is there's a 48-volt integrated starter generator on the gearbox. So as I start accelerating, instead of the engine, the petrol engine working and trying to spool the turbo up, the electric motor is spooling the turbo for you. So it's saving tiny little amounts of fuel and helping dial out the turbo lag. And that for me is a win. Now, when it comes to handling, and yes, I know handling in a 2.2-ton German family SUV are not going to be a match made in heaven, but let's attack some corners and see what it can do. Steering, I would have liked a bit more directness on the brakes. Look, let me be honest here. I don't think the body control is as precise as some of its rivals. Like the air suspension, which is adaptive by the way, is pretty good, but when you're throwing it around corners, I think there are slightly better options out there, like the Cayenne and the X5. But perhaps AMG has left a gap going, you know what, if you want more, you have to pay more. So I think in terms of balance, it does the performance. Sure, if you're craving performance, it doesn't deliver 10 out of 10 thrills. I would say it's 8.5, 9. But at the end of the day, you're not driving 100% everywhere all the time. You still need the comfort bias. And I think this is where the GLE 53 shines. At the end of the day, when you remove the AMG powertrain, this is still a German practical premium SUV. And remember, it's not really a Cars.co.za video review unless we have a budget cooler box test. Now, one of our YouTube fans, Junaid, said, we need a fundraiser for more cooler boxes. Junaid, you're welcome. Right, let's get into it. 3 budget cooler boxes. So I'm gonna just do this and make a shortcut. That's 9 cooler boxes, job done. So now that I'm taking a break from shenanigans and driving the nuts off this engine, I can take a moment to appreciate what the facelifted GLE range brings to the market. And I'd like to point out that I know everyone, us included, likes to rip off German brands for going, cool, you pay 2.5 million and then you need to pay a further $500,000 just to get all the nice features. And I'm happy to point out that Merc has actually done a good thing. With your GLE 53, you already get the high-end Burmester audio system. You already get a pano roof. You already get the 360 camera. You already get heated seats. This one has the high-end 100,000 Rand option pack ticked, which then adds lovely things like ventilated seats. And I think these seats are a bit much. They're supportive, but I'm not the biggest fan of the color. Look, I think I'm camouflaged red on red on red. But remember, the GLE is not just a performance SUV, it also brings space and practicality. I mean, cameraman Sean is sitting in the back there and he's got all the room in the world. It is a genuine 5-seater, 5-adult SUV. And now the summary, and this car has given me quite the conundrum. Because yes, this is one of the better Mercedes-AMG products that I've driven of late. And there's a part of me that wants this engine to be in the C63. I mean, remember the drama with the 2-litre C63. I didn't have an issue with that 2-litre powertrain. It was bullet fast, but it needed some sound. And sound is what this engine brings to the party. But in comparison to its peers, this is where the GLE 53 comes a little unstuck. See, yes, the SQ7's interior isn't even close to this. The MBUX system is so good, but it has a V8. X5 M60i is a V8. Porsche Cayenne GTS is a V8. And for me, if you're shopping for a performance SUV, a V8 is the most desirable powertrain. I'm not trying to diminish the GLE 53's powertrain. It is so good. This is in fact one of the nicest powertrains I've driven in 2025. And if you have 2.5 million Rand to spend, you want a V8, definitely. And in my opinion, what if there was a website where you could find a low mileage, well-spec'd GLE 63S? Yep, Cars.co.za. 83,000 vehicles for sale, 3,500 Mercs available. And that brings me to the end of this video review. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a really fun exercise pushing the limits of the GLE 53. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.
Let's find what moves you. Cars.co.za.
Hello, I have been asked by head office to introduce you to Cars.co.za Login, your personalized car buying companion. That's what it says here on my cheat sheet. Now, there are actually so many benefits to using the login feature on our app and on our website, mobile and desktop, that there's a long list here which I can't remember. So I'm going to tell you all about it. The thing is, the system is quite smart. So the more you use it, the more we learn what sort of cars you're looking for, and we can make better, more tailored suggestions for you. There's also very important save and sync across devices. So if you've got some cars on your wish list, or if you've searched, or if you've put through a lead to a dealer, then you will be able to see all of those, won't get lost or refreshed, whether you're on mobile, desktop, or our app. So it's a cross-device seamless experience. That's what it says here. We can also make tailored recommendations to you over time as well. We're also going to expand the offering all the time. We're working hard on it to integrate things like cars alerts and that sort of thing. So that's all coming as well. And then because we've integrated WhatsApp into the whole process, by using the login, it verifies you on WhatsApp, and that makes that whole experience better for you as well. So for instance, if you put an inquiry through on a car, we'll send you a WhatsApp, and that will help you deal with that a little bit easier and contact the dealer a little bit easier as well. So go and check it out. Cars.co.za's new user login, your personalized car buying companion. Now you can stop messaging me on social media.
Let's find what moves you. Cars.co.za.